overcome. We did overcome one time, on a 97-yard touchdown drive. We overcame a penalty and scored, but you just can't keep putting yourself in those situations, and we got to learn from that, and we got to regroup on Monday.
How do you kind of appraise the way the offensive line?
Well, I got to look at the tape. I thought they played hard. I thought they gave good effort. We had a few sacks. I got to look at what happened. A couple things were new, but a couple times I thought we could have got the ball out. But it happens. Teams are going to make plays defensively. You're not going to get huge plays every time, every snap offensively, and you got to regroup and keep playing. I was proud of that. Disappointing, but we got to regroup on Monday.
Do you think that sequence right there, where y'all have the ball at the 2-yard line and aren't able to punch it in and wind up going to that missed field goal?
Obviously you knew we had to get points in the red zone coming in, and we wanted touchdowns, and we weren't able to do it right there. We ran the ball down there, and I wanted to keep running it, and we didn't. I got to look at the tape. We just didn't execute what we had called, and unfortunately, we didn't get to 3 points. That happens. We still had a chance to win after that, so we had our opportunities, and these penalties killed us there on the next couple of drives.
Were you limited with what you could do with Todd after he left?
Well, when Todd went out, Malcolm Mitchell goes out. Those are probably our two most explosive playmakers on offense. I thought Keith Ward ran extremely hard when he was in there. He got a little worn down, and we kind of hit a little bit of a lull there. But they adjusted defensively and made some plays. We were still, first half I think we had close to 300 yards. We just missed some opportunities to get some points and missed some guys that were open.
What was probably the biggest challenge against this team today?
The biggest challenge was, probably overcoming, really ourselves. I thought they played hard defensively and gave us some different looks. But our biggest challenge was overcoming some adversity, some self-inflicted wounds that we put on ourselves. Turnovers and penalties and taking some sacks. We're self-inflicting ourselves and put ourselves in a hole. And you're going to have trouble getting first downs if you're 1st and 20 all night.
What about Justin Scott-Wesley, what he gave you when Malcolm was out again?
I thought Justin played great. That's good for Justin to get some confidence. I thought all our guys played hard. They played hard. They competed. When the ball was thrown their way, they caught it. Even some guys made some unbelievable catches out there. We were a little bit off. So there's a lot to build on it. It hurts. People are going to feel like, the season's lost, but it's not. We got a lot of football to play. We got to regroup because we got a very good team coming in to our place next Saturday that we got to get ready to play for. It's tough, but we got to forget this game and move on.
How did you evaluate the O-line?
I thought they played well. I just mentioned earlier, I don't know how many sacks they ended up with. I thought a couple times we got whipped. And a couple times we might have held on the ball a little bit too long instead of getting off our primary. But, I thought we played well. We had to adjust some people there. Burnett went down a couple times. But I got to look at the tape, and I thought they competed hard. They opened up a lot of holes. We had a lot of huge runs. We had a lot of big plays. But, again, too many penalties. We got to look. You can't hold. You can't block below the waist. Can't turn the ball over. Expect to win on the road.
Was it just one of those things where you were just kind of not waiting, that's not the wrong word, but you're hoping for some kind of break the way they were getting it, it never happened, and they kind of...
Well, I said all week to our guys, I said, you're going into their place. Everything's not going to be perfect. We're going to have to overcome some adversity. We're going to get some penalties called on us, and we got to overcome. We were able to overcome on the 97-yard drive when we had a penalty, but we just had too many and weren't able to overcome. But I thought our guys hung in there, never blinked. Then you got to give those guys credit, too. They made some plays.
What do you take out of this, Mike? Obviously, the thing about big openers like this, you got 11 more to play.
There's no question. I just told the guys in there, hey, I like how you competed. I like you played hard. Felt we ran out of time. We did a lot of good things, but there's a lot that we can improve on from the game. A lot of self-inflicted wounds that we had. We got to correct those things and get ready to go because we can't let this loss affect us this week coming up.
Obviously Todd wasn't very talkative afterward. How bad was his situation? How gutsy of an effort did we witness? Because we don't really know,
Well, I wasn't really sure either. I just, I get up there, he's in or he's out. And he's obviously out for a long period of time. And he came back in that second half and was running like a man possessed. And it's just unfortunate that we couldn't capitalize when he was running like that. We were 2 on one drive, and then the second drive there, the penalty kind of killed us.
Yeah. So just ran out of time, basically.
I think we just ran out of time. We're right there and playing a great football team, a great environment, a great game, and we just couldn't get the ball last. I'd like to see what our guys would do if they got the ball, but it didn't happen. They made the plays there at the end, and there's a ton of things we're going to look back and say we could have done this, could have done that. But at the end of the day, we came up short. We got to give them credit.
North Carolina seemed to have a little success moving the ball on Thursday when they sped the game up against South Carolina. Is that something your offense can do?
Well, we will play fast and at times, and we'll do some of that. But we got to look at the tape and see what we got to beat Georgia too, and do what we do that gives us the best chance to win. But it was something we'll look at. So I don't know. We'll see.
Obviously, a lot of people are going to be wondering how you block Clowney this week. How do you game plan a guy like that?
Well, he's going to make his plays. Everybody's talking about he didn't play hard a couple snaps, but I watched the tape on Friday, and he was very disruptive there in the first half, and chasing guys down the length of the field all the way across the field. He's going to make his plays. We can't turn play that he makes into a catastrophe. We got to protect the ball. We got to do things to change him up. We got to make him run. We got to make that defense run. They play extremely fast. They run to the ball. Very good defense. We got our hands full next week, and we got to take what we did this week and build on it. There were a lot of good things, and sometimes that's hard to see when you lose. But our guys got to look at the positives, correct the negatives, and get ready to play next Saturday.
You see two of the best